It makes it 1-0. It's this Wyatt, the fellow there, he took it out to the Wainuiri Classic, which was just unbelievable. Right field to first base to get the flying runner. I said,
yeah, he's going to be
too often. He did it in successive innings. He's a very accomplished player.
There's a big hit going out to center field, going, it is gone. Bye-bye, baby. And I've been expecting that for 5 innings. And this is a young man that I think is just starting a long spell on that New Zealand team. Young 18-year-old Fred Wyatt from Wellington.
At the age of 18, Fred Wyatt's dream became true when he was placed in the New Zealand men's softball team, the youngest in the team, with the most aspiring future ahead of him. Fred's future of playing international from then on out bloomed, as his many talents and events in his life did follow. We sit down with Fred himself, and see where he is now.
I just ended up playing softball with a friend of mine. He wanted to put a team together with his dad, so we ended up having a go, and everything sort of started from there. I think I was about 8 years old from memory. Yeah, we played under 9s. So 8 years old I played with the best mate of mine, Steve.
Started way back in the under 9s in the Island Bay Sharks, I think it was. Actually, our careers were etched right back then when, in fact, myself and him were playing quite competitively at that stage, even under 9s. And a flick of the coin decided our careers, essentially, which he won the flick of the coin and ended up being a New Zealand softball player, and I ended up being an electrician.
Oh, this is the latest addition to the family. Ernie.
Schizophrenic cat with no personality.
Well, after we'd been going out for a while, we travelled together for his softball, and I guess that's how it influenced. We went overseas to America and Canada. We lived over there. Fred's career really took off in 1987, and we were still teenagers. But by 1992, he proposed, and we got married on April the 17th, 1993.
You're hogging the line, like, get off. Well, the first time I put a New Zealand shirt on, which I think was 1987. That was the biggest highlight of my career, something I'd worked hard for.
Tahndae likes Dad's music, and Dad gets angry.
I don't get angry. Just take on my playlist.
And does that make you angry?
Nope.
I think it's pretty cool how I can say that our dad was a professional softballer. He's the one that's taught me how to be the best sports player I can be.
If he jumps from the top, will he die?
Well, I've known Fred for 44 of my 48 years. We'll start it way back in kindergarten, actually, in Island Bay. Standing the achievements that he's actually, made and done for himself, it's really tremendous. I'm very proud, both as best mate and also as a New Zealander, because you've got to appreciate what he's done on the international stage in terms of softball. At least anyway, he was measured against the best in the world, and he succeeded. I mean, the amount of World Series that he played, and even playing for New Zealand at such a young age, it was a credit to him. So he was very successful, but not only in softball. I think it's worth mentioning too, he played rugby at a very, very high level, athletics and water polo. Almost anything he turned his hand to.
I think knowing that my dad sacrificed a lot and that I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for his sacrifices definitely shows something. If it wasn't for my dad's love for my mum, or my mum and dad wanting to bring us into life, he would probably still be there. It's really nice to see and look through all his old newspaper articles and his photos and knowing what experience he had.
11 runs, Freddie Wyatt ahead you were, then behind. It was all so close, wasn't it?
Yeah, we seemed to coast about the 4th or 5th and just sat back and wait for it to happen, and Canterbury always bounced back by that.
Now look at that. 3 turns at bat, 3 hits. He's batted in 4 of the 6 runs that's been scored. I mean, what a game he's had, Kevin.
Exactly, what an effort for the glasses.
Oh, there it is again. Rockets it right down the foul line.
I feel proud watching old videos of Dad, just knowing that he was once the softball star and now my dad. not only should he be looked at as someone who could be a sports person, he could be looked at as someone who could be just an everyday dad. Because to me, that's what he is. That's his job.
As I said earlier, we kind of grew up together and we've still lived our whole lives together. Our kids have grown together. We live a stone's throw from each other. We holiday together. We spend a lot of time together, and he's my best mate, and we, kind of like we're brothers almost. So it's a really cool relationship, and we've been through thick and thin and good and bad and everything in between. But so we're still the best of mates, and we have a lot of fun.
I'm very honoured. We've actually grown up together, and we've gone through everything in our lives together. Complement each other so much that we're just like one person. We both know exactly what the other one wants and feels, and it's been wonderful to go through that journey with him on his career.
By then, you had to put a lot of effort and a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice. You can't go out every day you want to go out just for the sake of it with your mates. And your friendships did suffer with your friends because, you're all focused on a goal, and that's what has to happen. And when you look back at it at the end of the day, you're glad you did all that, because if you didn't, there's no way you'd get there. And my motto in life, as my daughter Tahndae will say, you only get out what you put in. And that's really about it.